Welcome back, our dear viewers. The new administrative capital has won the Global Government Excellence Award for Best Project in the Government Transformation. The Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Amr Talat, received the award. The Global Government Excellence Award was presented by Crown Prince of Dubai and Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, on the last day of the World Government Summit 2023. In his remarks, the ICT Minister underlined the state administrative apparatus relocation to the new administrative capital marks a paradigm shift in the government performance, helping transform into a smart participatory, paperless government. To shed more light on this, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Nevine Makram. She is the Director of the Social and Cultural Planning Center Institute of the National Planning INP. Good morning, Dr. Labib. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Labib, the definition of government excellence.
Let's say that government excellence is more like a mindset or a model which seeks to establish excellence principles of government or government institutions. So here we're talking about different values, flexibility, innovation, and definitely contribute embedding skills and artificial intelligence mainly in all of our systems in order to help the takers take proper, suitable decisions that will be all of the sustainable goals in 2030 and its other goals which revolves around satisfaction.
Yes. Dr. Nevine, what's the impact of the government excellence on achieving the sustainable development?
We can say that making use of this mindset, philosophy, right, we can achieve all of the goals, starting eliminating discrimination by the workplace, employees, applying innovation to find different new solutions for the current problems of government institutions, because now we're faced with this, you know. So we need to come up with new technological solutions, I say.
Yes. Dr. Nevine, also, what's the role of the artificial intelligence in achieving the sustainable development, if we might say?
It will help empowerment of women. It will help dealing with in the workplace. It will help providing the makers future patterns, help them in decision-making process. So it will change the way the workplace is led or is.
Yes. Dr. Labib, what is, in your opinion, the progress in the government institutions in executing their task, especially in the digitalization sector?
Okay, we start by the data, working on the data, making it digital instead of analog, and then we worked on processes. That was the digitalization, how we can simplify the currently used processes. And then we went through digital transformation. Having the digital transformation, providing citizens with new and electronic services was the first step to be able to apply the set of analytics using intelligent techniques. And again, helping the decision makers to be able to describe the current problems, find new and innovative solutions, and satisfy that's the full methodology.
Yes. Dr. Nevine, what are the criteria here upon which different government institutions are actually evaluated, that in this award of the government excellence, which was awarded by the Crown, the Prince of Dubai and Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum on the last day of the World Government Summit to Egypt for the new administrative capital. How do you see the importance of this award, and why did we get this award in particular from your point of view, Dr. Nakhla?
Okay.
Dr. Labib, sorry.
This award, okay, it's because there are distinguished government institutions and in all performance, so as to be the quality for the Egyptians. That's what is being currently done in our country. In order to be the leader competitive of the Egyptians. This award to support the facilities and students among institutions and holders.
Yes.
Quality of life, enhance the leadership of Egypt, definitely.
Yes. Dr. Nevine, I do believe that there is some technical difficulty in our call. We'll be back to you for more on this very important award that Egypt did achieve. Indeed, the new administrative capital has won the Global Government Excellence Award for the best project in government transformation. The Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Amr Talat, did receive the award. The Global Government Excellence Award was presented by Crown Prince of Dubai and Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, on the last day of the World Government Summit WGS 2023. In his remarks, the ICT minister underlined that the state administrative apparatus relocation to the new administrative capital marks a paradigm shift in the government performance. That it was helping the transformation into a smart, participatory, paperless government. The new capital was named the Arab Digital Capital for 2021. Talat noted, adding that it embraces the effort made to fulfill the digital institution development, the digital transformation, digital capacity building, and digital innovation in a smart, ideal, and harmonious environment. Again, we are joined by Dr. Nevine Makram Labib, Director of the Social and Cultural Planning Center, Institute of National Planning. Dr. Labib, welcome again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I do hear you better. Actually, Dr. Labib, there are those who call for the establishment of an observatory for digital services, and it will be affiliated with the Ministry of Planning. What's your take on that?
I think that's very important, because if we're aiming at achieving excellence, we need first of all to provide all of our decision makers with data. And this will not come if we do not apply the digital transformation in a proper way, because its goal is to achieve better customer and citizen satisfaction. So if we go for this, if we start by having digital institutions, then we will be able to achieve what we call the smart institutions. And smart institutions means that not only the citizen will be happy about it, but also the employees. And again, we cannot do or achieve all of this if we don't have a digital and smart and definitely green institutions in all of the government entities.
Yes. Actually, in his remark, Dr. Talat, the Minister of Information Technology, underlined that the state administrative apparatus relocation to the new administrative capital is marking a paradigm shift in the government performance, helping to transform into a smart, participatory, paperless government. What's your take on that, Dr. Labib?
Definitely, once we're there, it will be a different mindset and framework, because you're talking first of all about a smart city. So you're talking about a different model. You're not talking about the traditional buildings, the traditional IT services, but rather a smart, not building, a smart, let's say, super system or a smart system that is linked. So we're talking about integration. If we have data and if it is integrated between different entities, we will definitely be able to provide better services to the citizen. And again, we keep on repeating that that's the ultimate goal of Egypt 2030, which relies on the Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes.
a full vision
Yes.
that is implemented here in a different and much better and smarter way.
How do you see here the importance of the digital transformation, the digital capacity building, and the digital innovation that would be implemented here in our new system once the new institutions, all the government institutions are moved to the new administrative capital with all the new technologies and automated systems?
Okay, I'll tell you my experience as head of the Digital Transformation Committee in the Institute of National Planning. We're always faced by a main challenge, which is the capacity building, the people, the mindset. That's the main issue for us. We're not talking about infrastructure or about the quality of data, but rather about the quality of mind, the mindset that's there. As we all know that people resist what they do not know. You're always faced by the resistance. That's why we can, or we should have kind of an awareness campaign for all of the employees in all of the governmental entities, so as to tell them about the importance of digital transformation and how it should make their lives much easier in the workplace.
Yeah.
And then to focus on capacity building, to provide them with proper training based on their work, their relative jobs there, so as to make them more efficient and effective. Because sometimes when you have a system that is kind of difficult for employees, they resist it more and they do not make use of it. And finally, you do not apply digital transformation process in its proper manner. So that's why I keep on explaining that we should start by having the data digital and then working on the processes, making what we call process re-engineering, checking maybe we have some processes that we can get rid of, or maybe we should have different processes, having a different at how we do our work. Okay, that's before enabling the employees to make use of this system. If you don't go for digital transformation, if you don't go for a paperless office, then you will not be able to apply the set of analytics related to the intelligent technologies, and hence you will not be able to have our smart entities. That's our vision.
Actually, the new administrative capital, as we said, was named the Arab Digital Capital for the year 2021. How do you see here our embracing for a new era here of digitalization, of new systems, of automated system, which would be adopted here by all the government institutions in Egypt, Dr. Labib?
We already started this in 2016 with Egypt 2030 vision, but it took time, and that's normal in our field, because we had first of all to work on the infrastructure, to work on the regulations, which by the way is still one of the challenges, because we need to tackle the integration of data. What if we have some data that's integrated between different entities? How we can do it? What's the proper way? What about the legal aspects? We're also faced by some ethical aspects. So we worked on some regulations for data protection. And that was very important because employees and decision takers were kind of afraid that applying artificial intelligence or maybe applying digital technologies or IT might lead to some issues related to data security. So as we know, it was a vision. And this vision had some stages. I think now we apply the digital transformation in many places. We have many digital and electronic and even smart services provided to citizens. And nowadays we're exploring how to make use of artificial intelligence in order to benefit of these data. Now that we have better data, because we started having some noisy data, as we call it in our field, that was not complete. But by now, we have much better data that we can rely on in order to be able to provide the policymakers, not only the decision takers, and decision makers definitely, with proper kind of predictive patterns, so as to have them with planning for their ministries, entities, and institutions.
Indeed. Dr. Nevine Makram Labib, Director of the Social and Cultural Planning Center, Institute of the National Planning, INP. Thank you so much for your precious input. Always a pleasure to have you with us, Dr. Labib. And with that, our dear viewers, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show, coming to you by myself, Maisi Rabia, and my dear colleague, Amal Mukhtar. We are signing off until tomorrow with another crew. It's goodbye.